Today's episode of Variant is brought to you by lynda.com.
Today on Variant, I give you the history of Vegeta. Welcome to Variant, where we love comics more than I want a good live-action Dragon Ball Z movie. I'm your host, Arris. Now, you all know here on Variant, we talk about all things comics, but every now and then I like to talk about things that aren't necessarily comic book related, but still live within the comic book world and culture. The Dragon Ball franchise being one of those things. And ever since I did a History of Goku episode, a bunch of you were like, do a History of Vegeta episode. Well, guess what? Today your wish has been granted. So let's see what this Prince of Saiyans is all about. Vegeta first appears in the Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z manga series, written and drawn by Akira Toriyama. Vegeta first appears as a major antagonist in Chapter 204, Goodbye Son Goku, published in the Weekly Shonen Jump magazine on December 19th of 1988. Vegeta is Prince of the Saiyans, an extraterrestrial race of warriors to which the series protagonist Goku also belongs. Vegeta is the son of King Vegeta, with Planet Vegeta named after his father. Vegeta is shown to be vain and egotistical. Only in very few instances is he seen to be afraid of opponents, such as against Frieza. Arguably, his most defining trait is his rivalry with Goku and an obsession to surpass him in power. Vegeta has a signature hairstyle that firmly stands upwards with a prominent widow peak. Like all Saiyans, he possesses black eyes, jet black hair that never grows, and he had a tail before it was cut off by Yajirobe. But let's start from Vegeta's childhood, working our way to his adult years. Vegeta is first seen in his youth in the movie Dragon Ball Z Bardock, Bardock being the father of Goku. Vegeta's father, King Vegeta, is the king of the Saiyan race. However, King Vegeta and his son are under the rule of the interplanetary warlord Frieza. Frieza kills King Vegeta and destroys the Saiyan planet. As a result, all the Saiyans are killed with the exception of Goku, Raditz, Nappa, Vegeta, and as we later find out, Vegeta's younger estranged brother, Tarble. Frieza keeps Vegeta, Nappa, and Raditz as slaves to do his bidding, while Goku escapes the devastation by being sent to cleanse Earth of its inhabitants moments before it's destroyed. But if you want to know more about Goku, check out my History of Goku episode. Vegeta constantly and proudly calls himself Prince of all the Saiyans. Vegeta does not refer to himself as King of all the Saiyans, possibly out of respect for his father, and the refusal to admit the extinction of the Saiyans, or because he was never formally declared king. Take your pick. In the Saiyan Saga, Vegeta travels to planet Earth with Nappa to collect the Dragon Balls to gain immortality. At first, Vegeta allows Nappa to battle the Z Fighters. Nappa quickly beats all of them except for Gohan and Krillin, and is about to finish them as well when Goku appears. Goku easily defeats Nappa using his Kaioken technique, and Nappa retreats to Vegeta, hoping that Vegeta will save him. But does that happen? No, my friends. Vegeta responds to Nappa's pleas by tossing him into the air and destroying him with a single blast. That's what I call not a good day. Vegeta then begins to battle Goku and toys with Goku until his tail is cut off by Yajirobe, which I briefly mentioned earlier. Goku forms a spirit bomb and gives it to Krillin, who defeats Vegeta with it. Krillin is about to finish Vegeta off when Goku stops him, asking Krillin to spare his life. Vegeta returns to a planet under the control of the tyrant Frieza. Here, Vegeta is nurtured back to strength, and as a result of the Saiyan's ability to increase in power after recovering from a near-fatal wound, his strength increases incredibly. And this brings us to the Namek/Frieza Saga. Vegeta is now on planet Namek to try to obtain the Dragon Balls. Long story short, Vegeta is defeated by Frieza's right-hand man Zarbon and is brought back to Frieza's ship to be healed. And then questioned for the location of the Dragon Balls. Zarbon doesn't anticipate Vegeta's ability to grow in power, however, and Vegeta escapes Frieza's ship. Zarbon tries to bring him back, but he is no longer a match for Vegeta's new power. After some stuff happens with Goku and the Ginyu Force, Vegeta taunts Frieza by inaccurately labeling Goku a Super Saiyan, the one thing that Frieza fears. Frieza responds by piercing Vegeta through the chest with a beam from his finger. Yet again, not a good day. Soon after his death, Vegeta is revived by the Dragon Balls and sees Goku in his real Super Saiyan state. As he is about to blast Frieza, he is teleported back to Earth with the rest of the survivors, while Goku defeats Frieza. And from here, we go into the Android Saga. All was peaceful on Earth until a half-cyborg Frieza and his father, King Cold, arrived to take revenge on Goku. A mysterious youth also arrived. He turned into a Super Saiyan and quickly disposed of Frieza and King Cold. Vegeta then got pissed off that there was another Super Saiyan. It was later revealed that this mysterious youngin's name was Trunks, and he was the future son of Bulma and Vegeta. He came from an apocalyptic future where Goku dies of a viral heart disease, and evil androids created by Dr. Gero killed all the other Z Fighters. He gave Goku the antidote and said he will return in 1 year. Vegeta then started to get plagued by bad dreams of Goku and Trunks being Super Saiyans, and after some intense training, he became a Super Saiyan himself. Kinda like this kid. Actually, nothing like that kid. After fighting some androids like androids 17 and 18, Vegeta and Trunks are defeated by Cell even after Trunks became a second grade Super Saiyan. After the Android Saga, you have Cell games, but not too much happens with Vegeta in it, so we're gonna make our journey right into the Buu Saga. I will say Gohan does become a Super Saiyan 2 in the Cell games, but this episode isn't about Gohan, it's about Vegeta, so I'll save that explanation for another episode. As for the Buu Saga, this is where Vegeta was mind controlled by Babidi, so if you ever wondered why Vegeta had an M on his head in some pictures or videos you've seen online, that's why. As Majin Vegeta, he killed hundreds of people in a martial arts stadium to get Goku to fight him. It was later revealed that Vegeta used this as an excuse just to fight Goku. Vegeta's pride proved too resilient against Babidi's mind control. Both Majin Vegeta and Goku were able to fight as Super Saiyan 2 and were too evenly matched. When Majin Buu was resurrected from all the battle energy, Vegeta and Goku agreed to stop the fight and fight Buu. Vegeta asked Goku for his Senzu Bean and then knocked Goku out with a blow to the head. Vegeta was determined to fight Majin Buu alone. Vegeta squared off against Buu and seemed to have the upper hand and even blew a hole right through Buu. But Majin Buu was able to regenerate. Vegeta only saw one option. He gathered up all his energy and blew himself and Majin Buu up. But unfortunately, Majin Buu regenerated. Long story short, Vegeta was then brought back to life to fight Super Buu. And then Goku and Vegeta fought Buu, but Buu proved to be too tough. Vegeta then distracted Buu by giving Goku enough time to form a large spirit bomb that finally obliterated Buu. So the spirit bomb beat Vegeta, Frieza, and Buu. I'm seeing a trend here. This was also the point where Vegeta finally admitted that Goku is number one. From here we get Dragon Ball GT, which isn't technically canon because it's not based off the Dragon Ball manga. But the series did give us Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and Baby Vegeta. Which reminds me, I have to talk about Vegeta's forms as a Super Saiyan. If you've seen my History of Goku episode, it's basically the same thing, but I'll run through them briefly anyway. The first one you have is just the normal Super Saiyan. Though it was only a Saiyan legend, Vegeta was fascinated with this transformation and obsessed over obtaining it, so that he could avenge his race by having the power to defeat Frieza. Goku achieved this state prior to Vegeta, which only fueled his desire to unlock the potential hidden within him. Vegeta first showed off the Super Saiyan state while he was fighting Android 19. In this form, his power increases 50 times over his regular form. His hair turns blonde, the irises of his eyes become green, and he acquires a golden aura just like Goku had before him. He also gains a slight muscle increase. Then you have second grade Super Saiyan. This form wields much greater power than his Super Saiyan level. At this level, Vegeta personally calls himself Super Vegeta. There's also Super Saiyan 2. This is Vegeta's strongest form in the Dragon Ball Z anime and manga. When Vegeta transforms to Super Saiyan 2, he receives some noticeable changes, such as his hair growing a little bit longer, spikier, and becoming more defined than his previous Super Saiyan forms. He also gains electricity in the aura surrounding his body. Then we have Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. Vegeta has never reached this transformation in the original manga or anime. This form of Vegeta is a game exclusive for several Dragon Ball Z games, such as Dragon Ball Z Dragon Battlers, the Raging Blast series, Dragon Ball Heroes, and so on. Vegeta even became a Super Saiyan God at some point before the events of Resurrection of F. Vegeta attains the Super Saiyan God form and, like Goku, manages to maintain the power in his regular state, eventually mastering it during his training with Whis. And then he becomes a Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan after training with Whis alongside Goku during Resurrection of F. The two gain the ability to use the Super Saiyan form alongside their godly energy, thus entering a Super Saiyan form with blue hair. There's also Vegito. Vegito is the result of the fusion between Goku and Vegeta by the use of Potara earrings. Some people also like to count Majin Vegeta, which I talked about a bit ago. It's Vegeta under Babidi's mind control. And then you have the two forms I briefly mentioned earlier, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and Baby Vegeta from the Dragon Ball GT series. Even though it's not canon, I figured I'd mention them. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta looks drastically different from any other form, with long black spiked hair and crimson fur. In this form, he is clearly stronger than Super Saiyan 3. Then there's Baby Vegeta, and no, he's not literally a baby, although that would be funny. This is a form outside the normal Saiyan transformations. It was achieved when Vegeta was cut and then affected by the alien baby. And that will do it for my summary on Vegeta. Clearly, I didn't mention every single aspect and detail of Vegeta because that would be like a 4-hour video, but I did my best to give you a nice little summary of the character. But of course, this wouldn't be a History of episode if I didn't give you some reading recommendations. So read the complete Dragon Ball manga series volumes 1 through 16 and the Dragon Ball Z manga volumes 1 through 26. Also watch the Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z animes. There's also Dragon Ball GT, which I personally didn't like, but you guys might, so give it a try. Lynda.com is an online learning company with more than 77,000 video tutorials that teach software, creative, and business skills. Memberships start at $25 per month and provides an unlimited 24/7 access to top quality video courses taught by expert instructors with real-world experience. Learn anytime, anywhere, and at your own pace, from bite-sized tutorials to comprehensive courses in web design, programming design, photography, business, audio and video, 3D, and animation. And you can learn on the go with their optimized mobile site or free iPhone and iPad app for members. Try Lynda.com for free for 7 days by visiting lynda.com/variants and get some knowledge into your brain.
First up for Wednesday, August 19th, we have Howard the Human issue 1. This is a fun spin on Howard the Duck. This Howard is a private investigator and the only human living in a city full of animals. Now we have Superman Wonder Woman issue 20. As Superman and Wonder Woman deal with the ramifications of a secret identity being blown, they dig deeper into the disappearance of Lana Lang and Steel. Now we have Martian Manhunter issue 3. The Martian invasion of Earth cannot be complete without John Jones, and that prompts the heroic Manhunter to make the ultimate sacrifice. And finally, we have Justice League issue 43. The Darkseid War continues, and Batman takes a dark journey into the depths of godhood and unlocks the forbidden knowledge of the DC Universe.
And that'll bring another episode of Variant to a close. But remember, you can always like our Variant Facebook page to keep up with the show when all things comic related. You can also follow Variant on Twitter at Variant Comics or me on Twitter at Arris_Quinones. And if you like today's video, be sure to subscribe to our channel. But I'll see you guys next week when I talk about all things comics.
My name is Jalen, and I am a Super Saiyan.